ball is hit high, up in the air, deep, way back. Now watch out. It's carrying. Yeah, it's gone. All right, the first major league home run for Barry Bonds.
Is there justifiable bitterness from Barry Bonds? No question about it, because they did not take care of their best player.
September 23rd, 1986. It's a two-run shot that came in the bottom of the ninth, helped his Bucks defeat those Philadelphia Phillies 6-5.
Look out! Bonds has just driven one into the right field.
Pass by Hayes and into right field. Ball skips by Wilson, and it'll be an inside the park home run.
Just get mega.
And Bonds on the first pitch just drop.
Up with everything.
1-1 pitch driven deep to right field. Go ball, get out of here, and it's gone.
Wow, hits this thing, looks like a one-iron, real low-line drive, and I'm thinking, what's got a hook? Foul. It stays straight. He knocked it out of the ballpark.
And Cubs 1-1 of the ninth. Bonds drives a 2-0 pitch to deep right center field. Go ball, get out of here. It is.
Here's the next pitch. Bonds swings on a drive, right field. Go ball, get out of here. It is gone. And hit 8 home runs, leading off the first inning. Barry Bonds for the 16th time.
It's 4-13. A drive down the right field line near the foul pole. It is gone. A home run for Bonds, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. He rips it to deep right field. This one is going. It is gone. Woo! Bonds with his second home run tonight.
May 22nd. Off the Astro pitcher, Dan Schatzeder.
He likes the Astro.
And the prayers are answered. Barry Bonds launches this one. It goes into the right field seats, but nobody was on board.
Back in the top of the fourth inning when Barry Bonds gets all of the Zane Smith pitch and puts it over the center field fence. For Barry Bonds, it's home run number 12, and the Montreal lead. For Bonds, it's home run number 13, RBI number 52, and the Pirates extend their lead to 4-1. Then we'll move ahead.
There is number 100, and the Pirates lead 3-0.
Stadium. It's already 3-0 with 2 men on it. Barry Bonds takes Terry Mulholland drive deep to right field for his 20th homer. That makes Bonds with 5.
Lead in half with his 22nd home run of the year. This line drive, 2-run shot, RBI 85 and 86, and it's 4.
Once again, this time with a mammoth solo home run to right field. This landed in the second deck, and the Pirates led 2-0 in the top of the fourth. For Bonds, it was home run 2.
But in the bottom of the 7th inning, more insurance runs for the Pirates. Here, Barry Bonds hits a 2-run homer to left field, his 25th
homer off of Steve Fry for Barry Bonds' first homer of the year. RBIs number 3 and 4 as Bobby Bonilla scores ahead of Bonds. Pittsburgh led.
Barry Bonds struggles no more. This Jamie Moyer pitch lofted into right field. Bonds home run put the Bucks up on the board. That had to hurt. 3rd inning, Barry Bonds protected the ump this time by cranking another Moyer pitch. This one.
Pittsburgh Pirates will explode for 5 runs. Barry Bonds will connect for a 2-run homer to right center field. He picks up Jay Bell. Home run number 10 for Bonds.
This one opposite way. The seats in left field. Home run number 11 for Bonds.
And a ball ripped to right field. This one going.
Barry Bonds homered the next night to give the Bucks a 2-1 lead in the 7th.
Bonilla is running on the payoff pitch. Bonds with a drive, deep right field. Go ball! It's gone! Barry goes the opposite way, hitting it well to left field, and Barry Bonds' 3-run homer in the 6th inning has the Pittsburgh Pirates in front 6-1.
Barry should have been carrying the banner of baseball the whole time. So it wasn't a meritocracy, really.
And Bonds sends a fly ball to deep left center field. Going back, this one is gone. A 3-run homer for Barry Bonds.
Here's the left-hander's payoff pitch, and Bonds drives it to deep right field. There's no doubt about it. The Pirates lead 6-2 as Barry has hit his 7th home.
To right field. That ball has distance.
There it goes, a grand slam home run.
He was 0 for 17. Make it 1 for 18. Barry U.S. Bonds off Wally Whitehurst, his 15th homer to lead the National.
For the second, scoreless, none on. Barry Bonds facing Frank Castillo, and Bonds breaks out of his slump big time. His 19th home run of the year. It's 1-0.
I think it's important. You'll see Clark and Bonds marketed the way McCovey and Mays were once marketed. Wouldn't surprise.
Throws knuckleballs back into second base on nights that Wakefield pitches.
Bonds with a deep drive to center field, and it is out of here.
Bonds with a drive to right. There's no doubt about it.
Highlight, once again, Barry Bonds. He had a big RBI producing hit in the first game. He had a home run.
That one's high, deep right field. This has a chance. Gone, home run, Barry Bonds.
Even the cappuccino a bit chilly. Barry Bonds red hot. No score, 2-1. That's up, out, and gone. 3-run homer. Giants take a 3-0 lead.
Up 2-1. Two batters later, Barry Bonds takes Maddox deep. That's number 4 on the year for Barry Bonds, and the Giants win it.
Gets squeezed at the plate. Top of the 8th, Giants up 2-1. John Wetland, Barry Bonds. Gone. Wetland's first appearance of the year, hangs the breaking ball, and Bonds is 5th.
Windy Candlestick. Next batter, Barry Bonds, a one-handed swing at a solo shot that gets out for his 6th home run of the year. Two-handed, and that one goes 480 feet, maybe a little more than that.
The pitcher diving headfirst. Bonds leaves it the other way. Tied at 2 in the 6th. It's now 3-2 Giants, his 8th home run on the year. Lefty against lefty, and it left the yard. 11th on the year for Bonds, and we're tied at 1. Still tied at
161 at bats, I should say. Top of the 3rd. How sweet is that swing? Barry Bonds, solo shot to right, his 13th. On the mound.
He's 2-zip. 3-1 Braves in the 7th. 2 men on for Bonds. Forget about it. I don't think it's playable, Dan. 4-3.
Clearing incidents on Planet Reebok, though. There are no hanging curves either. Tell that to Barry Bonds, who waits on it and then slams it out. A 2-run homer, his 16th against Greg Hibbert. The Giants up 6-zip after 3. More on that later. Bottom of the 7th, Barry Bonds at the plate. And watch where this ball lands. He takes Mike Morgan into row 1 of deck 2 up there.
Reds up 7-3. Barry Bonds going deep off Bobby Ayala. 18th for Bonds. Reds lead down to just 2.
2 out. Reds up 4-3, and with one swing, Barry ties it. His 19th of the season, and how clutch has Bonds been this season. Shocker off of Padre pitcher Greg Harris. Grand slam number 3 came in 1993. Willie Blair gave it up. Say it louder. 7th. We got 2 down in the 7th. Uh-oh. See you later, no-hitter. See you later, shutout. Bonds, league-leading 25th.
Frank Tanana, the Giants tried to shellac Shurek of the Mets, and in the bottom of the 1st, Barry Bonds does just that. 2-run job, number 20.
Off 2 weeks back when he collected 9 RBI against the Phils. This time, his major league tying 27th home run for Bonds. It put the Giants up.
1 out, 3-2 Giants. Barry Bonds against Larry Anderson, the man with all the one-liners and aphorisms. And what do you think he had to say about
What a wild game. Barry Bonds gone. Homer number 33. He leads the majors. He crosses the plate this time.
First, Cubs up 4-2. Barry Bonds. See ya. Number 35 for Bonds. We are tied at 4 apiece. Bonds. See ya. Another home run. Number 36, and watch this fan. That is
6-3 Bonds. Followed Robbie Thompson's home run with a home run. His solo shot, 37th of the year. In the 9th, Bonds went for the cycle. Looking for the triple. That's what he needs. Instead, it's a home run. His 38th.
It's Barry's turn to make things happen, and he does with one swing, crushing the Maddox pitch for his 39th home run of the year. But
first strike pitches to the first 10 men he faced. And Bobby Cox knew the stats as well. This is Steve Avery's pitch. Barry Bonds takes him over.
Who's been quiet in the month of September until that swing. Yeah. Over the wall and left. This was in the 4th. Barry striking again. That one over the wall in center field.
This weekend, he'd already homered twice in one game in this series. Then he hits his 44th shot of the year, a 383-foot blast off Doug Brucale.
Center field. Butler going back, and this one is gone. A 3-run home.
2-0 this season by scoring a couple runs. Down 2-1 in the 7th. Barry Bonds. Bonds gets all of the Denny Nagel pitch. Takes it out of there to right for homer number 1 of the season. First of many. Bonds homer.
Gone. Right center, tied at 5. Say goodbye to Smoltz and say goodbye to the Braves.
Taking a 2-1 lead. Gone. A moment of silence. 2-run homer. Giants go up 3-2.
Lou doesn't have John Wetland, who's on the DL. And Jeff Shaw faces Barry Bonds to right center, and the ballpark would not hold it.
Years. Uh-oh. Upper deck. Hello. Off the 400 level. Home run, Barry Bonds.
Number 4, May of 1994, Armando Reynoso gave this one up. Grand Slam number 5 came in 1996.
Top of 4, throws up 1-0. Oh, Barry Bonds. He goes yard with Matt Williams aboard number. Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds. Barry. Touch them all, every single one.
Barry Bonds, lifetime, 3 home runs and 12 bats against Andy Ashby. I think we should change that, make it 4. Trying to do what Ryan Thompson just did. Uh-oh. That is airmailed. Tied at 1 is 22nd. It stayed.
Bonds. Swing stroke. See ya. A bullet. Or even a 2. Your very next batter. You don't do this for Barry Bonds. Admires it. You know where that one's going. We're showing home runs. That's a 2-run homer. 4-2 Giants on top. Bottom of 6th. Barry Bonds. Thwack. Second of the night. The Giants win their season-high 6th in a row.
In the 4th, Bonds. He's so strong he can pop the ball up, and it's still a home run. Frazier leaps, nothing there. Bonds again, and yes, he homers again. Right field, left field, one of each. He's an equal opportunity.
The second inning against Sean Bosky, he gets all of this pitch for the 2-run round tripper. Giants go up.
No, actually just bounce off, and he's thrown out of the game. In the 9th, Bonds, Barry Bonds, a moonraker, his 31st. And the
Giants, Bonds says you want to play with fire, Scarecrow. 32nd on the year, 7-4 Giants. Next back.
The Reds were on fire. And here's Barry Bonds with a little revenge. He takes John Roper over the wall for a solo shot. That wasn't.
Paul Quantrill pitching in a scoreless game until Barry Bonds with good wood.
And this baby is out of here.
1-0 Giants.
Top of the 6th, scoreless. Not anymore. Barry Bonds, bye-bye baseball. Almost hit into that umbrella. Bonds.
Lead, top 9. Here it comes. There it goes. And this time, Barry can go into his trot. It comes. There it goes. Off of Butch Henry. Bonds is 8th. He's homered in 3.
Phillips, good scoop. Giants already up 5-1. Barry Bonds greeting Rene Aroca. 10 in the year for Bonds.
Game, and he does in the 7th. With a drive off of Pedro Martinez, his 11th. Giants down 6-5. They would tie it up. Hamilton facing Bonds. And that is a solo shot the opposite way. Barry.
Going to be coming on if Bonds doesn't do it. Right center field. Right center field. Right center field. And it's a 3-run homer. And the Giants win it. 7-0.
Scores tied at 4. Top 9. 2 on, nobody out. Barry Bonds off Jeff Brantley. See you later. 3-run.
The customary rough start, giving up the 2-run homer in the first. This one belonging to Barry Bonds, his 16th of the season, and a 3-0 San Francisco lead.
You know, it was really gratifying when I finally surpassed my father and got half that shadow out of the way.
I want to go back to his first home run.
Aloha means goodbye. And then in the bottom of the 9th, more Barry. Different pitcher, same result. Rob Nen upset as Barry goes deep. 19th homer, estimated at 450 feet.
On Barry Bonds. Barry likes Barry. Gone, number 23 for number 25.
Ex-Giant Gil Heredia facing Barry Bonds. And that is crushed. Homer number 26 for Barry. Giants up 2-0.
Score Barry Bonds. And touch them all, Barry. Every single one. You just went yard. 28th of the year. 1-0 Giants.
Nothing Giants. Nomo's out, but Barry's in, and that's a big, huge National League home run. His 29th of the year. Not a pretty night.
Second, we go to bottom of 5. That's Barry Bonds, and as usual, when he hits one, he knows it.
Bottom of the first, Bonds and Reynoso. Oh, he hit the ball real hard. Deep and into the afternoon.
Batter is Barry Bonds. Flies to left, but this is Coors, where you can always score. The ball carries, it's gone. Barry Bonds, oh my goodness, he gets around on Pat Rapp and rocks one. Giants up 3-0.
Left center field, Bonds showing to right center field, and it is gone.
Guthrie in, Bonds out. Takes the hook for his 4th home run of the year. Fernandez allowed 2 earned runs and 9 hits.
If famous, Wrigley wins. Barry Bonds really doesn't need it, but he takes advantage of it. Off Frank Castillo, that winds up on Sheffield Avenue.
Here,
too many to swing at today.
Change that, please. Clear. Gone. Deep, opposite field. He's a strong man when he can go opposite field like that, up and over.
And Bonds hits one high and deep to left field. And there it is. Home run number 300.
Made Burkett and Bonds. Barry Bonds. I think Barry knew that was gone too. A solo job, number 301, is 9th of the season, and the Giants.
17 home runs. That one driven to center field. That's deep. That's back. And you can tell it goodbye.
Grand slam home run. It's redundant. Next at bat, Bonds. Barry Bonds. A line shot. 2-run job, number 11, and he's
to Valenzuela. Touch them all, Barry. Every single one. You just went yard for the 12th of the year. 3, bottom of the 5th. Barry Bonds has a little bit of opposite field power. A pretty good pitch down and away, but Bonds tattoos it.
From first, Danny Nagel, I think you made a mistake. Barry Bonds hits his 16th home run.
Fair ball, home run Bonds.
For Bonds.
8, still 8-5. Bonds. Barry Bonds. A solo blast off Mark Wilkins, number 17 on the season. That made it 9-5 Giants.
Bottom 8, 10-8 Giants. One aboard for Barry. Peace, see ya, I'm outie. 2-run gangsta slap in the upper deck. Barry's 18th of the year, but his...
White swinging, 5Ks for Fernandez. Bottom 4, Bonds. Barry Bonds against Al Leiter, a line shot, number 19. It's 1-0 Giants. Barry Bonds. Off David Weathers, number 20. Barry starting to heat up again. Giants have...
But the Giants officially have blown a 4-0 lead. They're now down 5-4 in the 5th when Barry Bonds takes one deep off of Lance Painter. His 22nd home run for Bonds. This game tied at 5.
Barry Bonds 1 for 13 in his career against No Mo. Barry blew up. 2 for 14 in his career now. His 24th Jack of the Year, 2-zip Giants.
Stick point. Where Barry Bonds shows Pedro Estacio where the new stadium's going to be. 2-run homer, his 25th. Giants pull within 2 in the 6th, 5. Barry Bonds with a man on at the top of the 1st. Pretty decent right there. His 26th of the year. 7th career homer against Greg Maddux.
3-1. And Bonds, he loves to hit against great pitchers, doesn't he?
Well, that's amazing. He hit the home run earlier in this season.
Single through 6, top of 7. Well, let's amend that, shall we? He's allowed a little more than a single now. Barry Bonds hugging the pole. It's a fair pole, and it's fair, and it's gone.
It's down 5-2, but for the 5th straight season, Barry Bonds has 30 or more home runs. Sends it back, gone.
He hit a couple that year. Grand slam number 6 came just about a week later off Scott's service. Grand slam number 7 would wait to 19.
Game when he sees a good pitch. It was in the 1st, it was gone. His 34th home run, 104 RBIs for Bonds and the Giants.
Barry Bonds, forget it. With 2 men aboard, trailing 1-0. Suddenly they're not trailing anymore. Shopping not at it, but over it.
The baseball season ended a long time ago in San Francisco, but not for Barry Bonds. That's a 2-run home run off Danny Jackson. 2-0 Giants, number 38 on the year for Bonds. That way, bottom of the 8th, instead of walking Bonds to get to a hitless Glenn Allen Hill, he's pitched to, and Bonds kills him. Another 2-run home run off Alan Bennis. That scored Bill Miller.
Tom Stick Park and Barry Bonds unloads. Number 42 on the season, 142.
One-on-one out. Barry Bonds bringing in the funk, bringing in the noise. First home run of the year after 42 last year.
There's 1st and 3rd, one out here. And the pitch is hit high down the left field line. Long run for Ryan Klesko. Diving try, can't get it. Vizcaíno scores. Glenn Allen Hill, he will score. Ryan Klesko can't find it. Barry Bonds has a chance, and he'll come around with an inside-the-park 3-run homer.
Allen, next, it's Barry. Gone.
High
Third of the year, back-to-back Jack. Giants lead it 2-0. Bottom of the second, 2 runs.
Game at 2, top of the 10th, Barry Bonds busts out the whooping stick off of Mike Rimlinger. See ya, 444 feet away.
Expos, Bonds, yard, 3-run shot, 7th of the year. Giants up 11-2.
Bonds hits one high. He hits it deep, and we are going home. After the foghorns go off, Smoltz had worked him well, but then Bonds found a pitch he liked and jacked it for his ninth and ding the bell. They're down 3-2 when Bonds again connects. Smoltz really unhappy with that.
Still in the top of the 5th, 2 on for Barry Bonds. Oh my goodness. 3-run home run.
Makes the catch, Barry Bonds. In the top of the 5th, that is a home run. Barry knew it, and just in case you didn't, we'll show you the ball leaving the yard. 434 feet, upper deck job, longest hit at Arlington. Bottom of the 8th, Barry Bonds time. Takes one terribly, awfully deep into the Bay Area.
Until Barry Bonds, 1 for 12 lifetime against Valdez, hammers it halfway across the bay. His 14th of the season. It ends the perfect game. 2 out, bases empty. Barry Bonds at the plate. They don't walk him. Todd Worrell pitches to him, and yes, Bonds, his 30th multi.
Out to the bullpen. In the 4th, Barry Bonds batting and doing very well at that. Off Chan-Ho Park, number 16 on the year for Bonds. Giants up 2-1.
2-0 Giants. They'd add another. Bonds, 2 words, yard work. Number 17, 4-1 Giants at that point. The Padres.
He robs Damon Berryhill. Sugar, Mr. Poon. Barry Bonds, top of the 8th, 3-1 Giants. The fly to right, his 18th home.
Top of the 4th, no score, nobody on. Barry U.S. Bonds, very quietly now, folks, his 19 homers, 11 homers his last 20.
Tuesday, however, brought out a sellout crowd of 48 South, 1,000 plus, and Barry Bonds provided the fireworks in the bottom of the 1st. Upper deck jack off of Brad Rigg.
No, it's Dennis Reyes. Look-alike, though. And Bonds. Payback. 21st of the year. That's next time. Giants lead it 2-0.
3 for 4, 2 home runs. This is his 2nd home run of the game, his 23rd of the year. And the Giants at this point are up by the score of 3-2.
It just hasn't happened. I mean, Bonds has yet to... 24th of the year. Is he breaking out? Tony La Russa says, give me it back.
Nice grab. And then Barry Bonds. What's up, big baby? Bonds' 25th home run, 58 RBI of the year.
3 balls and 1 strike to Bonds. Fly ball, deep right center field. Back goes Amaro. There she goes. Grand.
Bottom of the 3rd, Bonds at the plate against Jason Schmidt. Number 361. That ties Bay Area icon Joe DiMaggio. 2-0 Reds, Barry Bonds. Drills it the other way, his 28th home run of the year, but the only mistake Tomko would make. Giants at this point down 2-1. Bottom of the 6th, same. Barry Bonds entering the night in a 1 for 28 slump. But in the bottom of the 1st, slump over. Mike Johnson, new Expo right-hander, taken deep to right.
Down 8-3. Bonds belts a solo shot to right off Steve Klein. His 30th earlier in the game. Bonds was walked.
Which is the score in the bottom of the 5th when Barry Bonds got it. 31st of the year. Giants up 3-1. We're tied.
Barry tells this one guy, how you like me now, kid? Huh? 32nd homer of the year. Barry scored his 100th run this game. And here's Barry Bonds. I put my bat up on the pitch. When I dip, you dip, we dip. 33rd homer of the year for Barry last year.
Bottom of the 1st, Barry Bonds bottoms out the Dodgers. His 34th home run of the year, his 2nd of his career off Chan-Ho.
Barry Bonds, and he got it. A 3-run shot. Another home run against the Dodgers.
A 0-0 game, top of the 6th. Barry Bonds belts one against Joey Hamilton at his 3 consecutive games in which Bonds has gone deep. 2-0.
Early on, top of the 4th, Barry Bonds against Sterling Hitchcock. Routine fly to left. Greg Vaughn settling under it. And can't come up with it. Bonds just keeps running. And decides he's going to keep running. Believe it or not, they score this and inside the park.
Barry, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Bonds crushes his 39th homer of the year. 6th homer.
8-run score, 14-2 Giants. Bottom 7, 14-2 Giants. And Barry Bonds loves it when a man is on. Oh, you got to look at it.
Change that. There it goes, and he breaks a streak of 227. At bats, the Giants hadn't gone yard.
Pods bottom 5, Barry Bonds. Big tall brother 6'2" want to hit you. Yo, what you want to do? Bonds won 54 at-bats dating.
Bonds.
Here's Barry Bonds.
Ooh, John Lieber, don't go there. Giants are up 2-zip. They tack on 2 more. It's 4-zip after 1998. While Sosa and McGuire were slashing home runs, Barry was going deep off Jeff Juden with the bases loaded.
Third of the year, up 3-0. Next batter, Barry Bonds. Bonks one onto the patio table in right field. That's his 7th of the year. He had 3 hits.
2 are, though. Dusty says he'll sort of let him ease back in. Bonds takes Vasquez for a ride, and it's
Fly ball, right field. Well hit, drifting back. Willie, gone! Home run.
Hershiser got all the support he needed from Bonds. Barry Bonds, top of the 3rd with a couple of men on. His
no score. Barry Bonds changes that. Willie Blair, the victim here,
up in San Diego. Top of the 5th, Giants up 1-0. Barry Bonds.
At 2 in the top of the 6th, Barry Bonds takes Tom Candiotti. Let's call it a fair pole, because it hits it.
Other side of the pillow. Bonds, Barry Bonds, shaken, not stirred. 17th Jack of the Year, 2nd in 2 games. I got your knuckler hanging. 18th home run of the year for Barry. Giants up 2-0. Same did it.
Reader looking to get some offensive support early and did. Top of the 1st, Barry Bonds, his 19th on the year.
Man on, Bonds, man off. And he waited on that breaking ball until it was right over the middle of the plate. 2-run shot.
That's well struck to left center field, and that ball is out of here. Opposite field.
Stirred. Bottom 1. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. Bonds' 22nd home run of the year, 390. Could he do it again? Oh, true that. 23rd homer of the year, 3-run shot. Bonds. Barry Bonds, shaken, not stood. With 2 on, deep to center off Kevin Tapani. Brant Brown's at the wall. The ball goes off a fan's glove.
Of the year off Kevin Tapani, ties it at 2. Barry Bonds, next pitch. Back-to-back. Jack, career homer number 3.
Than it was last year. That ball is drilled to deep right, and that could be number 400. It is. He's done it. He has become the first man.
In bottom 1, Bonds looking for 4-1, tells Rick Reed, you not my daddy. 27th home run of the year.
Lower with a man on, and now there's nobody on. What do you think happened here? Barry tells you with his body language. God is.
Bonson. Fly ball to left field, hit well. It is a home run. Bonds took it out. Another one for him. Drilled a 2-0 pitch well out of here. To the count.
Bottom 1, Barry Bonds.
That's gone.
Are you old school?
Number 31.
31st homer of the year, 420 feet.
On the season for Barry, 5-2 Giants. 1st and 2nd for Bonds. He can take his time on this one. Get out of town off Shane Bennett. Upper deck.
Against Barry Bonds in the 8th. Oh, Barry Bonds has just left the building. Smoking it.
It's 3-2. Ken 3 for Holt, 2 ribbies. Bottom 8, game tied at 3. No more. Barry Bonds sends 5-0 Giants. Bonds, guy. 36th of the year. A blast. A 2-run shot. Bonds facing Elmer Dessens. And that's his number 37 on the year for Bonds. Giants taking a 1-0 lead on Barry's homer. Busts out the whooping stick on Jason Beret. Bonds' first homer of the season. Giants down only 3.
Barry Bonds in the 4th with 1 on. Giants up 5-2. I don't think there's much doubt there.
6, Barry Bonds.
And the Lord said you got to rise up.
Solo home run, 4th.
And Kevin Tapani, he loves Kevin Tapani. Barry Bonds has now hit 4 home runs in 15 career at-bats against
Cisco, and here they are, Barry Bonds, part of the highlight package because in the 3rd.
Tied at 3, Carlos Perez to Barry Bonds, and Barry Bonds to the center field seats.
First after a walk to Jeff Kent, but runners on 1st and 3rd. Barry Bonds logs on, part of the Gone Network. Now, Giants down 6-0. Bonds. Barry Bonds. His 11th, a two-run check and 4-0. Bonds facing Nagel with nobody on. When this is all said and done, there's still nobody on. The lead is 4-1 as Bonds hits his 13th home run of the season. Bonds hit his 14th home run of the season as well. He ties Ted Williams and Stan Musial on the all-time list with his 37th multi-home run game. 5th, 6-0 Giants. Pulsifer, 6 earned and 3 2/3. Bonds, 20th on the year. That made it 7.
And you blink, you're going to miss this. It's gone. Barry Bonds, number 23, a solo shot off Kevin Tapani. 8-1 Giants. Steve Rain pitching, and Bonds puts one out where the buses do run on Sheffield. He's got 67 RBIs in his 71 games.
Third, no one on. Barry Bonds had a ham and cheese sandwich, went out in game 2, and he's still hitting them. Number 2.
High drive, left center field, and it is out of here. 1-0 Barry Bonds. Tells Randy Wolf, I am a better mammal. Deep to right and gone. His 29th, the two-run shot, 3-0. Then it's Deja Video facing Amore Telemaco. It's off the pole, which...
He hits one high. He hits it deep. And it is out of here.
With another breaking ball. Bonds hits one high and deep. Right center field. Devon White all the way back, and this one is gone. Home run, Barry Bonds.
Denied for years the headlines he had earned on the field, Bonds emerged in the years after the summer of '98 as a new...
And he hits one high. He hits one deep. McCovey Cove out of here.
About 10 minutes after the start of the game, and now it is indeed full. Pitch to Bonds.
High drive. Right field. Headed to McCovey Cove. Out of here.
And this game against Andy Bennis. Now the pitch swung on. There's a long drive to right field. It's on its way. This one is gone. Another one into the bay. 4-3 Giants in the 8th.
Bonds hits it high. Hits it deep. McCovey Cove out of here.
30th home run celebrated in San Francisco, China Basin. Barry Bonds doesn't hit the water, hits the rent.
Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. Is it fair? It is out of here. Game time.
Barry hit for a much higher average against the lefties. That one is deep in the center field. Going way back there to Sexton, all the way back to the wall, and it's gone. Number...
Have onions on that hot dog.
Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here.
100. And he hits one high.
He hits it deep. It is out of here.
Nobody out. Deep to right field. This one is on its way to McCovey Cove. Number 500. It's into the water.
Unbelievable. Bonds hits it high. Hits it deep. McCovey Cove out of here.
That one is crushed deep into right center field. This one way back there and headed for the Allegheny. When they weren't even making pitches that should be hit.
He hits it out of here.
While Bonds set a record.
Here's Springer to the plate. Swinging, there's a drive deep into left center field. That one is going way back there. That one is gone. A home run.
hits it deep. Out of here.
Right field.
Candidate for player of the month, a 358 average, 15 dongs and 27 RBIs. And look out, baby. Hits it high. Out of here.
Bonds, well to center. Finley back at the wall. Out of here!
With number 29.
The pitch to Bonds, and Bonds hits one high and deep into center field. Perez going back at the wall. Out of here! One bounce and up again. Hits one high down the line. Out of here! 1-0.
Oh boy, high fly ball, deep right field, has a chance, and gone. Barry Bonds strikes again, his 38th home run.
Then he has a wristband on top of the wrist.
Here's a long home run by Bonds, number 39. It sails over the fence, and it's
His rings. That's all he wants to talk about.
And then is hit high and deep to right center field, folks, and it is gone. A home run for Barry Bonds.
Here's Bonds. Bonds to right field. This one is out of here.
In the major leagues.
Deep to left. This one is way back. Out of here. Grand slam.
If it's damaged the entire season.
Number 45 for Bonds. That's way out of here.
Bonds is in his 47th of the year. Right field. That's headed to the water. And Bonds has his second grand slam of the year.
Also has the single season mark. On the menu here over the next 5 hours, we'll be showing 4 hours of programs dedicated.
There it goes, number 55. On the way. Swing, and there's a long drive. Deep to right field. It's headed for the Covey Cove. It is number 57 for Barry Bonds. Complete.
Here's the pitch. Bonds hits one high to right field. Hits one deep. Number 60 out of here.
The 1-1 pitch to Bonds. High fly ball, deep center field. Pierre going back. He's looking up. There's number 61.
Back outside and up.
Uh-oh. Into right field and number 62. Pulls it into deep right field and there's number 63. A 3.
でホームランを量産中。
Bonds hits one to center field. Still on the move, and it is. Bonds.
マグワイアの持つ大リーグ記録まであと4本。残り12試合で記録に挑みます。
Play the first time he faced him. Bond swings, and there it goes. It's headed for the Covey Cove. It is gone, a home run.
Number strikeouts. Bonds with a drive. Looks like number 70 for Barry Bonds, and it is.
There's a high drive, deep into right center field to the big part of the ballpark. Number 71, and
rightfully so.
1-1 hit in the air to center field, 399. Do you believe it? The home run record is gone. There's a new one. 72. Barry Bonds.
Here's the payoff. A floater to Bonds, and he hits it high. He hits it deep, and it is.
makes him dazzling. He only needs 16 more stolen bases. He drives it to deep left field. To the wall goes Jordan. It is gone. On the hands and how quick he is to turn on it. Pulls it down the right field line, but foul. Same area. He hit another one, and it hit the foul pole. So Barry Bonds hits the foul pole now that he's over at third. The 1-2 pitch is a drive to deep right field. He has done it again. Barry Bonds hits it with 17 hits and 7 home runs. 16. Whoops, he's done it again. I mean, it's a joke. Holy mackerel. Bonds down the line. Hits it well. Look it up. It is out of here. We're going home.
It's a high soaring drive deep to right center field. It is gone. A home run. And that.
Wait till he gets his hands on you. Bonds solo home run, 9th of the year. First home run in his last 33 at-bats. He's now 8 for 6.
One of the calls by Dana Sogna, the plate umpire. Now Bonds swings and he drives one deep into left center field. Way back goes Payton to the warning track, to the wall, and that ball is gone.
He hits it high. He hits it deep. It is out of here.
Was on the move. He goes. Here's Bonds. Swinging a long one to deep right field. It is out of here. Into the water.
Two infielders to the right of second base. Oh boy. Oh my. Did he do it again? Oh yes he did. Hasta la vista, baby. For the
pitch to Bonds, and Bonds hits a long one to deep right field. This one is a monster. It is out of here off the scoreboard.
Really close together, crowding the plate. The pitch, there's a long one to right field. Forget about it. This one is headed for New Jersey, high into the upper deck. Barry Bonds with a spectacular 3-run homer.
Comes in eventually, get that thing simmered down, and Barry gets angry with the ball and focuses in the top of the third. Just comes on out and pops a home run. His 25th. 2 strikes, runners lead. Swing, and there's a drive. Right center field deep. Patterson back, and that ball is gone. Number 5.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a long one. This one is way back. It is out of here. 600.
Bonds with 600 career home runs. Busted his bat. Encarnacion is back. Make it 6-0-1. Can you believe it?
Can you?
3-2 pitch swung on and blasted to high and deep center field. When it comes down, it is gone for a home run.
Barry Bonds began the 2002 season in 7th place on the all-time home run list. But it wasn't long before he moved into the top.
Here's Bonds. He hits it high. He hits it deep. This one is out of here. And this game is...
The longest home run ever hit at Pacific Bell Park sent the Giants on the road to a 6-5 win in the series opener.
There's somebody always hit a home run to win the game, or...
Now the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Bonds swings, and there it goes! Headed from the Covey Cove! This ball is gone! A home run! And that one is... And that one is hit high in the air. And that one is on its way. This one might get wet. Into the water. Number 5 for Bonds.
For the sweep of the Dodgers when Barry Bonds busts out the whooping stick on Hideo Nomo. 6th home run of the year for Bonds, 1-0 Giants. Top 4 Giants.
Home Pac Bell Park was 2-0 Giants when Barry Bonds takes Matt Clement deep. Number 7 for Barry. It's 4-0 Giants against Dusty.
2-1. Bonds, high, deep. It is out of here.
The home run number is almost identical to a year ago at the same time. Bonds.
He never left.
A monster shot, but that's not enough.
Only after flying out to the center fielder. That play was nullified. That ball hit high and deep. That one is way back there and into the water. Barry Bonds.
Swinging a drive. Left center field. This one is over. There it goes. He hits it hard. Deep. On ahead. 2-1. Swinging a long one. We are going home on here. The bat wins for the Giants. The pitch to Bond. Swing! And a long one to center! And he's done it again! This one is over!
Just hope mentally he's getting okay.
He looks okay on that swing. Bonds with a mammoth blast into right field. And Bonds in his first game back.
Right now working on a complete game shutout. As he delivers to Barry Bonds, who swings and hits a home run. Right field, look out, water, ball into McCovey Cove. Bonds with no.
Goes right at him, and Barry laces one to right field, back and gone! Right over the wall.
Kinney throws. Bonds swings. High drive. There it goes. Number 660 headed for the Cove. That one is wet. Barry Bonds.
Head.
Center field. Hit well. This baby's gonna go out of here. Down the line. Hit well. Out of here.
Six.
Here's the stretch. There goes Grissom. The pitch. Bonds swings. There's a high drive. Deep to left field. Going back Holiday. Back to the wall. He jumps. It's over. Home run. Could get a run home here. The pitch to Bonds. There's a shot to right field. Headed for San Francisco Bay. And gone. A home run. Into the water.
Bonds hits one hard. Hits it deep. Out of here. He's done it again.
San Fran down 4-3. Barry, holla at a player when you see him in the street. 30th jack of the season. 688 for his career. He's now closer to Root than 714.
Here's the 2-2. Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here.
Here's the 3-1.
In the air to left field. You never win when you face Barry Bonds.
For the game today about recognizing it.
That ball is gone. Barry Bonds, with the home run king watching, hits one of the longest home runs you'll see at Turner Field. Wow, what a shot.
Batting average.
That ball is gone. Wow, what a shot into the bullpen area. So Bonds hits another one. Shift is on for Bonds. Bonds hits one to left center field. He hits it well. Plesko back. It is out of here. High. Deep. It is into the water. High. Deep. Out of here.
Patterson having a heck of a season, and that's a heck of a pitch, and it's gone. Patterson said after the game, I don't know how he hit it. He's like Ali. You make one mistake, and he makes you pay. One more time, take a look at this.
Bonds swinging a drive to left field the other way. Holiday back, warning track. The drought is over as Bonds hits his first home run of 2006.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Bonds swings, and there's a high drive into deep left field. That one is way back there, and that ball is in the bleachers. A home run.
Line from Castro. And the lefty throws, and Bonds with a high drive. Left center field. Chavez on the move. Out of here. Game time.
Back and forth, and now line breakers ready, and the pitch to Bonds, and Bonds hits one high. And deep. Center field. Out of here.
7 lifetime at-bats against leader.
That ball is gone. Whoa, what a shot. Where is it coming down?
It hits the facing of the up.
Barry Bonds, deep drive, right field, 7-14.
The pitch. Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep to center. Out of here. 750.
Barry Bonds showed it to you at the top of the show. Home run number 721, 13th of the season. Bonds said after the game, he's not concerned at all about
Advantage Bonds because later in the bat, boom. Brian Sweeney, 2-run shot, 722 of his career, 83rd against the.
Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. Out of here. Split.
That pitch.
Bonds left center field, hit well. This one is way back. It is out.
If it's fair, it's gone. It's gone a lot. And this one driven deep to right center field. He's done it again.
Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. Out of here. Game time.
Bagwell, young back, looking up. Out of here. 1-0.
And he rifles one high enough. It's gone. Number 6.
Really at the corners, and Bond swings and a high drive to center. That goes Pierre at the wall. It is gone.
Help with strike one, no doubt. There it goes. Deep right center field. Way back and gone. And home run.
Hammers one to right. Did he get the distance? Out of here. Kuiper along with Mark Grace and Lieber to Bonds, and Bonds hits one high and deep. Center field. It is. Here's Bonds. Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. Out of here.
Bonds hits one high and deep to center field here. Taveras is back at the wall. It's gone. Barry Bonds
hits it high and deep. This one is way back.
Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. of 731 between them as Bonds drives one out to deep right. Drew at the wall, and it is gone into the bullpen.
He's more of a great all-around player back then.
Bonds drilled deep to right center field. There it goes. See ya. Home run, Barry Bonds. The 700.
Inside again, and Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. Out of here.
There's a drive deep right field, and Barry Bonds on the first pitch. There's the pitch. High drive deep to center. Jock Jones is back. He is at the warning track, and it's into the basket. Bonds.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a drive. Left center field. Hit a ton. Out of here. Field. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bonds hits it high and deep to left. Back is Hairston. Out of here. Deals. And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone. He is on top of the all-time home run list. What a special moment for Barry Bonds. And what a special moment for these fans here in San Francisco. There it is. Bonds. High. Deep. Out of here. 2-pitch. Breaking ball, hit high. Hit deep. This one is out of here.
Bonds drives this one in the air center field. Way back, heading towards the seats, and it's gone.
I can see.
Bonds hits it deep.
760.
This
bases left up, and it's hit to left field and deep. Holiday going back. Matt is not going to get it. You know, Matt's complaining.
But that might. Deep to right field, way back and gone. Barry Bonds on a 1-2 pitch.
Turned on it down the right field line. If it's fair, it's long gone. It is fair, and it's a home run for Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds drives it to left field. Barry Bonds, home run.
3-2. Into left center field, got a chance. Goodbye, home run Bonds. Way out of here.
Here's the pitch. Bonds to right. This one is way back. It's hit into the water. This game is tied.
Like a softball defense for Bonds. And that's crushed into right field. First World Series at bat, home run Bonds. Ripped into right field. It's a one-run game as Bonds gets his second of the series. 1 on, 1 out. Bonds into center field. Back at the wall. It's a 4-run game. Enough for 12. He's been able to swing the bat. That is crushed deep into the night, and it's 4-0. San Francisco.
Hits this one to deep right. This one is on its way. This one is gone.
Record this season, he should. Bonds swinging on 3-0. Goes deep into right. Nobody's bringing that back.